Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. It's me, Kiafa. Welcome back to my tribe. Okay, y'all, we just in the car. I'm waiting on my grocery order to be brought to me. I thought they told me it was ready, but what they was telling me was that I had a substitute. And so I was already here when I realized that, so I'm not going back home. I'm just sitting here and wait for it. It's like between 6 and 7 and it's 5:30. So hopefully they have it done and then I can just go. But anyways, I wanted to talk to y'all about me overthinking the content for this channel. So y'all, I have an opportunity to really just focus on like doing the things that line up with me. And I've been trying to figure out for months what to do with this channel. Like my other channel, I have a channel that's specifically for like homestead and stuff, like gardening and me having my chickens and just, that kind of stuff. So I put that on my other channel. So I was going back and forth with what I wanted to do with that channel or the name. But I figured out, like, I'm just keep it. It's My Jazz Homestead. If y'all want to go check me out. It was My Jazz Garden. Then I had changed it to something else. Y'all, I just been all over the place. And I just realized after watching other people on YouTube that I just been overthinking this. So the truth is, YouTube for me was just somewhere for me to document my journey and where I was at. That's what this channel was specifically for. Now, I had started talking about me being a surgical tech and people started asking me questions about it. So then I started going down this path of, talking about being a surgical tech and my journey and all of that. And that's what my content was around. But y'all, like, when I was talking about that stuff, everything I was talking about was what I was going through at the time. And so now, realistically, like, surgical tech is not that big of a part of my life anymore. It's not that I'm not going to ever work as a surgical tech or that I want to quit, but to quit the job that I have. But the position I'm in right now is at a private practice. I work maybe 10 to 15 hours a week. And I'm not over like stressed. It's very chill. It's very much, I don't have to be to work at 6:30 in the morning. I'm not ain't nobody like micromanaging me, ain't nobody like hovering over me, and it's not one of them situations. I'm not in a catty, cliquey, you need to conform type of environment. I'm not around like anybody. It's not like a whole bunch of people, so it's not all of that. And if it is, I ain't getting that vibe right now. So, and I'm not here to say, that I'll always have this job. I just don't have no reason to quit the job that I'm in right now. Plus, it worked for me. Like my schedule the location is perfect. And how my pay structure is, like, I'm not an employee, I'm a 1099, I'm a contractor with them. So that actually ended up working out for me on the back end as well. So with that being said, it's pretty good for what I got going on. But this not one of the positions where I can bring y'all into the room with me, and it's not that. Like, so the content is real limited as far as surgical tech content go. But that put me in this, when I realized that, it put me in this space of like, well, okay, so you won't get to record content like that, but where are you trying to, it made me think about where I wanted the channel to really go and what I really vision for the channel. And the channel is just me sharing my journey with y'all. I'm not a full-time surgical tech, and I have no intention on being a full-time surgical tech. I did have a few interviews recently just because my resume was on Indeed, and Indeed kind of send you like jobs that line up with your profile or whatever. So they had some positions that I was like, okay, let me just see. And y'all, like, no. I was hearing like 40, 50 hour weeks plus, and it was one of them is a traveling, like not traveling where it's a contract, but traveling like it's outside of the city. And it's just, I was like, this ain't even making my soul feel at peace. This is giving me a little bit of like anxiety, especially when I'm thinking about how many hours they talking about they want somebody to work. Like, my mind ain't built like that, y'all. Like 40, 50 hours a week, it just, I wouldn't be in the space that I'm in with myself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, working like that in that kind of environment. it just wasn't giving me like, this what you need. So I sat back and I just did some, reevaluation of me and like where I'm going. So having this position that I'm in now allows me to work on the things, and it's not, I don't want to make it seem like it's paying me enough to cover all my bills, because that's not it. Like I'll tell you, I have other streams of income, so you got to get your income streams up. And once you get to a certain number, then like once you realize like, okay, I need $5,000 or $6,000 a month, or whatever you need, it could be less, but whatever you need for where you live in and your bills, get that number. And then if you can get a whole bunch of, or if you can get multiple streams of income to get that number, then you don't have to work full time. So that gave me, because I had other streams, it gives me the opportunity to not have to work full time as a surgical tech. But y'all, I did not know like what to do with the channel. Like when I sat back and was thinking like, okay, well the last couple of years I've been posting my surgical tech, and I still have a lot of content that I haven't posted that could be repurposed. So I'm not saying that it won't be about surgical tech at all. I'm just saying that it's more to life right now for me than just scrubbing in, and it's way more to life for me just sharing with y'all like what's really valuable. And working ain't necessarily like working 40 and 50, 60 hours a week, like that just ain't it. So the one place I just did an interview with, they basically was like 40-hour work week, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to I think 3:30 or something like that. And they got you taking 2 weekends to call for 6 weeks. Basically, like, and they were saying you can break up your weekend however you want to, but all I heard was you finna work 6 or 7 days a week. That's what I heard. And like I said, it was not a local position. So that just was not, it's not. And they haven't even, I got done with the interview. I'm pretty sure they'll offer me the position. But I don't even know what the money is. So I could tell you what they said on Indeed. On Indeed, it said about $50 an hour. And I know that's probably really good money, y'all. But at what cost? Like, yeah, I don't want that. And so what I had to come up with was what I was actually gonna be doing, since I'm not gonna be working as a surgical tech full time, because I've been working as a surgical tech full time. Even when I was on my contract, I'll be working 40 hours plus a week. But then when I was home, I was basically just kind of chilling and just knowing that I don't have to do nothing, because I had enough money to live, and then I would just be waiting and chilling until my next contract. It's now that I'm like, okay, well, this is what my life is looking like, at least for the next 2 years. I'm gonna say, I don't see if I have to leave a job, then I leave it, but I still wouldn't go get no full-time job, like at nowhere. That's just not lining up to what my real true values are, like where my focus is. My focus is just creating more income streams. And not because of the money, but because of the freedom and flexibility it gives. Like, to have more than one way to get money coming in, y'all, it's so valuable. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, because I done been in a position, like the last position I was in, y'all, I just wasn't expecting it to go the way that it did. But because I know, that I'm protected, and I was like, wow, just so caught off guard by the whole situation, but realistically being okay with it, because I know I like this. If this what the play is, then this what the Most High has in store for me. That's how I see it. So rejection be protection, y'all. Just know that it don't be like, oh, I can't believe this happened to me. It's like, oh, okay, I needed to be from around them people, so I got moved over here. And then I was offered the opportunity that I didn't even have to go look for. Like, it literally just fell in my lap, y'all. Because I had been putting out what just doing the work, doing the shadow work, just making sure that I'm staying aligned with where I'm being guided. At least that's what I feel. I could be sometimes we don't be exactly doing the things that we supposed to do. We want to do what we want to do. We want it how we want it. And then we be getting hit with all this resistance and don't know why. It's because we be like out of alignment. And so I said all that because I was just, all of that happened. And then I was left with all of this time on my hand and I had no clue what to do with my day. Like, I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? I know I need to go to the gym. Okay, go to the gym. It was just creating, like, I found it difficult to find my rhythm, my groove. Like, what am I supposed to be doing in the morning? Like, when you used to going to work, your day kind of is created for you. Like, you got to go to bed on time because you got to get up in the morning. You got to get up in the morning. You got somewhere to be. And when you get there, you don't really have to think about what you need to do to get paid. You, like, especially if you're a surgical tech, you just need to go do the cases. Okay, what case I'm doing? You doing a lap chole? You doing that? What you doing, that appendectomy? Like, what are you doing? Are you doing the amputation? So all you need to know is what the procedure is, get the instruments and get the supplies. And if you're a surgical assistant, you ain't even got to do that. You just got to show up to the room, help position the patient, and do what the doctor tell you to do. So that's very easy. Like, that's easy in a sense. But when you on your own and you trying to figure out how to do it without them little guide rails to help you stay here, because as long as you do what you need to do at that job, you're going to get paid. But when you your own sources of income, it's nobody telling you like, hey, you need to do this, hey, you need to do that. So I had to be real myself and say, okay, well, you're gonna do YouTube. And when I sat down, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do YouTube and I'm gonna make sure that I focus on YouTube and focus on building out those channels. And then we'll first build the muscle of consistency, figuring out what I needed to be consistent. Like, what do I need to do for it to be easy and realistic? Not easy, like easy where it's like I ain't got to work hard, but where it's a realistic approach to this. And so I was like, okay, well, what is this channel about? Like, that's why I was like, you're not going to talk about surgical tech for the next 20, 30 some years. So what you going to talk about? And the truth is, I'm just going to share my journey, y'all. Like, the content is gonna be what the content gonna be. It might be some surgical tech stuff sprinkled in there because that's still it has been such a major part of my life, and it is a major part of this channel as far as like what people, or it might not, because if I just keep posting more things that's aligned with me, like mindset and learning money, because I've been thinking about taking a financial planning course. I seen one through Kaplan, and I seen one through through Florida State, which is crazy because I got on a Gator shirt but Florida State financial planning courses are like $500 a course, and Kaplan's is like $750, and I'll be paying out of pocket. So I don't know. And I'm not necessarily saying that I want to go and be a full-on certified financial planner, but I may take the class just so I can have that information in my back pocket. So if y'all don't already know, I have my Florida real estate agent license, and I got that not so much initially to sell life insurance to anybody, but I got it for myself because I was learning different retirement and different financial strategies and for myself. And so I got that, and then I learned about the different life insurance products and how they work. And so I was really intrigued by the index life insurance and the whole life part. I know a lot of people say get term, but you just have to look at where you at and what you're trying to do. It's all products for different people. For some people, term is enough. And for some people, term is a waste of money if they're trying to build wealth and make sure that they have access to the money. So it's different products for different things. But the more I went down that rabbit hole, I ended up going down enlisted, or it's not enlisted, enrolled agent rabbit hole, which is like basically the top notch tax experts. So people think CPAs be like the top experts, but the CPAs aren't. The CPA learn a little bit about taxes, but unless they're an enrolled agent, they don't specialize in taxes. So I had went down that. Yeah, I just been wanting to just learn different things and being and have a place to share all of the things that I'm learning, but still keeping it in a structure. So I know that for sure I'll be posting all of my chickens, gardening. Even y'all, I had fixed my car door lock had broke, so I fixed it. It took me days in the video. It's like 3 videos, but I do enjoy creating content. I record everything. Like I'm always recording, y'all. I got so much footage, but I just didn't know. I kept having like analysis paralysis because I kept overthinking it. I kept feeling like, oh, I need to only talk about surgical tech. Oh, I need to only talk about this. Oh, I need to just keep it. Like it was just too much thinking. So this channel is about whatever I want to talk about that is valuable and that I feel like will bring some help to somebody else. Cause I'm just a regular person out here trying to figure this out. Like ain't nobody give me no money. I had to figure out. I had to figure this out. Cause it's, my son is watching me. I don't want him to be in a situation where he have to work for 20, 30 years and then be trying to figure out, what an IUL is and what, all the stuff that it took me. I was well into my 30s, y'all. Like well into my almost in my 40s. Like now I am fine tuning some of this stuff and it still ain't perfect because I'm still learning. Like now I learned the stock market, which I was already learning the stock market, but now I'm more learning like the different ways to work or to use the stock market as a tool. And so it's just that, like, I didn't have nobody in my family would ever have told me anything, but nobody knew about the stock market. They didn't probably. I know my grandma didn't want to really talk about life insurance. I only knew that because I ended up talking to one of my aunties about it. And my grandma didn't want to talk about life insurance, so she didn't, from what I understand, have a life insurance policy, which left my one like the family to come up with it, and it put some people in a really difficult situation. And so I just don't want that to continue being like a normal thing. If I'm in your family or if we know each other, I want to tell you what I know. And I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna see. I got the time. Y'all, I have so much time. I sit around. I read. I cook. I might go for a walk. I might write. I might walk the dogs. I might not. I might not do nothing. Y'all been home for 2 weeks. I've been home for 10 days as of today. Yeah. Cause I ain't have to go to work. We've been off work. This part of being in the private practice, y'all. We've been off work since the 20th. We did our cases a couple of days early than what we would normally do. And we've been off and we don't go back to work until Thursday. Not only that, my son been out of town. So I've been chilling. Like I really am refreshed. When you have time, it's like a kid on the playground. You get to figure out, like, y'all on some real, like, realness. I'm sitting around trying to figure out, like, what am I supposed to do? Everybody at work. And so I caught myself, and I think this is why I was looking at them jobs. I caught myself being in that mindset of what everybody else working, I might as well work. I might as well do what everybody else is doing. But that's not necessarily the right thing when you have a different opportunity than everybody else, or you have a different opportunity than what you may have had before. So I think it would be, what's the word? I think it wouldn't be right of me to have this opportunity to where I got time to actually figure out what really works and to not take it. Because what I look like, when it's time for me to transition, and the Most High, like, you was asking me you was saying how abundant you was. And then you turn around and get a job when you had everything you could possibly need, but you wanted more. That's kind of how I see it now. Like, I have everything I need provided for me. And, oh, yeah, my order's here. Let me let them know I'm here, y'all. But so I'm going to hurry up because I want them to know I'm here. But yeah, I have everything. My housing situation, everything is provided. And I'm over here trying to find a job because I don't know what to do with my time. I don't know how to structure my day. It sounds crazy, don't it? Like, what you mean, Cal? So what I realized is it's simple things that I can do every day that we just don't try. And it won't hurt. Because worst case scenario, I go back to work full time, right? Uh-oh, that light behind me. Worst case scenario, I go back to work full time. But as of right now, like, I'm not going to be available to take my son to school in the morning, be available to pick him up most days, be available to cook breakfast and lunch and dinner, be present when I'm talking to people, because when we be overworked and underpaid or stressed and overextended, y'all, when we run into other people, like, you don't have patience for them because you overwhelmed in your world. You know what I'm saying? I talked to somebody and you could just hear the irritation in that person's voice, and it's like, I be a little sensitive. I take everything personal. I ain't gonna lie. I'm working on that. That's something I'm working on. But I'm working on that. Cause I will, if you irritated, and you could be irritated with somebody else, but if you irritate when you talk to me, I'll be like, dang, I don't know what's wrong with them. What happened? What I did? I'm working on that. But yeah, I just think I have an opportunity, and I just really I really need to just stop overthinking this. Because I just stop overthinking it. Just do what you know to do. Even if it's something as simple as posting a video being like, what's up, y'all? This is what I did today. This is what I'm doing right now. What y'all think about this? Like, it's something simple as communicating. Because what I'm going to tell y'all that I'm finna go is your tribe be online. Sometimes your tribe ain't the people that you grew up with, the people that's in your immediate friend circle. Sometimes your tribe, like the people who really gonna ride for you and really gonna let you like know that, hey, we here too, they be online. It don't necessarily be, at least that's how I've been feeling lately. That's how I've been feeling lately, is your tribe is online and they waiting for you. That's what I've been getting. So to clear the noise, because it's so noisy when you be trying to figure it out. It's like, and then you just don't do nothing. You just be like, I can't do it. I'm stuck. That sounds crazy. Oh my God, that sounds so crazy, but that's the truth. Like, just stuck. And so I got I had to get that under control, y'all. So now I was watching, and let me tell you, you know how we be like the universe, we be like, the phones be listening. My phone be listening and the universe be answering, because all the content that have been showing up on my YouTube feed has been people that's been encouraging, like, just to be you, like, stop thinking. And I was like, man, this is definitely content for me right now, because I'm really overthinking it. Not because I was sitting there, oh, how to stop overthinking. Like, no, I didn't even realize, like, that's what I was just putting too much energy into what I thought the content should be. Like, maybe one day the content might be a surgical tech Q&A. Maybe one day the content might be about, me overthinking the content. Like, I don't know. This is just where I'm at in my life. I hope y'all enjoy the ride, because I am. And so I'm gonna go ahead and let Walmart know I'm here, because I'm ready to go. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.